And howdy do, how the heck are you? So, finally got around to buying this one. I'm a little late to the party, I know. The truth is, I just didn't want to pay as much as most places wanted for it. Some places are getting $12, $13 six-pack for it. I wasn't going to pay that. But I finally found a place today that had it for $9.99, so I broke down because I thought maybe my daughter would like it. So anyway, small town brewery makes specialty beer that utilizes unique ingredients with an unmistakable taste of nostalgia. Not your father's root beer. It's 5.9%. So there you go. Let you take a look at that bottle there. Ain't it purty? So let's take a drink. See if it tastes like root beer. Certainly smells like root beer. Getting some birch or sassafras-like notes along with some vanilla. Certainly some anise, some like a dark brown muscovado kind of sugar aroma. I poured it rather aggressive, but the head dissipated almost instantaneously. It was gone. Okay, well, it tastes like root beer. Here's the measuring stick for me. I'm not comparing these to a craft beer, you know what I mean? When I taste a hard root beer like this, these specialty root beers, what I'm looking for it to taste like, for me, honestly, is a gourmet root beer. Does it taste like a gourmet root beer? Because there's some gourmet root beers that are almost that expensive. You know, some are $6.99, $7.99 a six-pack, or $5.99, $6.99 a four-pack even, which is rather pricey. But if you get a good one, wow. And I'm a guy, my Seamus and I really love root beers. We would, every time we'd go to a new town, when we traveled, we'd look for a different root beer. He loved to try different gourmet root beers. There was one out of Boston, and I'll be darned if I can remember the name. Now, we never visited Boston, but we found one in St. Louis. But the root beer was out of Boston, but we bought it in St. Louis. But anyway, that one was one of his favorites, and I'll be darned if I can remember the name of it now. You certainly can't tell there's alcohol in it. It's not necessarily harsh. I've had 3 of these now. The Root Cellars was the first one. And actually, my memory of that one would have to be my favorite. However, I haven't bought it in several months. And everybody I know that's had it is telling me that they've changed the recipe and it doesn't taste the same. It's not quite as good as it was. So I may have to return and buy a 4-pack and see. It comes in a 4-pack of Tallboy cans. This one, compared to the Coney, again, I'm not doing it side by side. I'm kind of going from memory. This one feels a little sweeter to me. Again, I think it'd be great with a scoop of vanilla ice cream in it. No shit. Wow. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm getting some vanilla for sure. There is a lot of sweetness. Again, this one does feel very sweet to me. A little sweeter than I personally like even a gourmet root beer, to be honest with you. But again, it's going to depend on what you're looking for. Some people like those sweeter root beers. But for me, again, I don't think you can compare this to a craft beer because it really isn't. It's a root beer. So compare it to a craft root beer. Compare it to a gourmet root beer, right? Does it measure up? Does it taste as good as some of the better gourmet root beers? The Virgil's, for instance. That's a very good one. Sprecker's is pretty good. You know, it's funny, I've got to go back and buy that Root Cellars again because everybody's telling me it's not as good as it used to be. But it was 6.7 and it hid the alcohol extremely well. This one's 5.9 and I can really feel the alcohol. They don't hide it well at all, in my opinion. But again, it's going to depend on what you're looking for. You can't tell there's alcohol in here, but it does taste like root beer. Again, I'm getting vanilla, I'm getting those birch or sassafras-like notes. Personally, I'm also getting a little bit of anise in there. I'm getting a whole lot of sugar sweetness, which is just a little more than I personally like, but it's going to depend on your taste buds. So there you go. Hey, this time to Beer Whisperer, we're having root beer. How about that?